Whoa, feel like it's it's like the big game weekend. I feel like, man, we're getting
Yeah,
ready for.
getting
We got
ready.
a
We're
lot going
close
on.
the studio,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, and
hoodie on.
it's always freezing up there. Overtime Sports Show. Thank you guys for joining us. Another exciting edition, most interactive sports show online. I'm AV, and I got my ace in the place.
Hey, you already know G-Man in the building, 97.9 The Box at G-Man 979. We got a big show, big football weekend this past weekend. I was glued to my TV. I was sick, but I was in bed watching every single snap, man.
Yeah, one of the best, if not the best, football weekend. I ain't gonna lie, I thought for a minute, I said, man, it's gonna be a lot of what we would consider upsets. To me, a lot of them wasn't really upsets, but a lot of great action over the weekend. We saw the great one, the legend, Brady, have to bow out, say goodbye. You think that's it for Brady?
I don't know. Gronk was talking about, if you asked him right now, he would say, yes, he's retiring, but he said he wants to wait a couple of weeks to see what goes on. And he said, even if Brady does retire, Gronk says he may come back. So I think if Brady retires, Gronk retires. If Brady comes back, Gronk, they're like two peas in a pod. They're going to be together. So I think Brady's coming back for one more year.
Oh, Renetta, what's up? Tommy, appreciate you guys checking in. Tommy from the southwest side.
TJ
Southwest side of H-Town. Yeah, I mean, I figured like with the Rams being able to jump out early, being able to punch, and then I thought that they kind of relaxed as the game went on. And I was, for a minute, I thought about Atlanta and New England here in H-Town when Atlanta collapsed in the second half and Brady started rolling back. I thought about that with the Rams. I said, they've opened the door for Brady. Here he comes.
Man, I tell you what, Rams are clicking on all cylinders, man. They OBJ looked like his old self. I mean, I tell you what, man, Rams are gonna be a tough out in this tournament. Same thing, like you said about Brady. I thought the same thing with Aaron Rodgers as well in the Packers game.
Man, listen, the Packers, the Packers, what's up, TJ? We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that for sure. The Packers, man, if you talk about bad luck back to back, you gotta mention the Green Bay Packers. I don't know if coming out flat is ever something that they wear well. The doggone Packers just can't seem to get it together. Home field advantage.
But they kept going 3 and out, and letting the 49ers stick around. I was like, oh man, when they were I figured they were going to go up at least 14 points, a nice little lead.
Yeah.
49ers stuck around.
Yeah.
And the play of the game is that block punt.
Yeah.
But nobody found it in the air, and I think that's what turned the tide. Yeah. I think Packers would have won that game.
You got to go back. Listen, G-Man, you got to go back to after Green Bay, Aaron Rodgers took the ball downfield the first drive. After that, DeMeco Ryan, our former Texan defensive coordinator for San Francisco, made adjustments, and they shut Aaron Rodgers down.
But the Packers still had a chance to win that ball game, and they were still, I mean, that block punt to me, that touchdown right there. You take that 7 points off the board, you punt the ball, you switch fields on them. I don't know. That block punt, that's what they say. Special teams that's a key ingredient when it comes to playoffs, man. Special teams.
Yeah, Achilles heel for the Packers all year long. They knew that the special teams was an issue, and we've seen it with San Francisco. Like I told you, they've been on a roll. They I think 9-2 in the last 11 games. They've been rolling. They caught fire at the right time during the playoffs, during the end of the regular season, and now into the playoffs. And Garoppolo, man, he's like a game manager. If you can just keep him from making mistakes, like you said, he was trying his best to give the game away. But if you can just keep him from making mistakes, man, San Francisco has a chance to get to the big game.
He almost gave it away to Dallas as well. I mean, he definitely does that. But I tell you what, man, the 49ers are kind of reminding me of some of those wild card teams from past years who went all the way on the road.
Yes.
I'm talking about the Ravens. I'm talking about the Steelers, Packers,
Giants as well.
Teams that started on the road at wild card and just won every game on the road and won a Super Bowl. They kind of remind me of that right now. But I don't know. There's something about these Rams that I'm really thinking they're going. You know what? I don't want to get too far ahead of myself because we got to talk about the Chiefs, the Buffalo Bills game, man.
Yeah.
But man, what an exciting weekend it was, bro.
Yeah, and two, let's look at Cincinnati. I mean, you know, the Bengals, man. You know, that was one of my picks. You know, Bengals rolling, baby.
Unfortunately for the Bengals, I think the road stops on Sunday at 2 p.m. I think they're gonna run into that buzzsaw in Kansas City, especially coming back off that high. How they won that game against the Bills. I just don't see Kansas City losing this game. If they do,
power of the kickers, man.
It could be a battle of the wild card. It could be San Francisco against the Bengals or something like that, you know.
And I'm glad you said that. The Chiefs and the Bills, what a game. Buffalo did everything that they could to get a game away. How do you allow Kansas City to go down the field with 13 seconds left on the clock to get in field goal range? I don't understand.
I'm going to tell you what I would have done. If I was a special teams coach, first of all, they kicked the ball out the end zone, so no time came off the clock. I wouldn't have squib kicked it because you squib kick, they get the ball at the 40-yard line. I would at least kicked it to the 1-yard line to where he had to catch it and you got to come out.
Yeah.
So you come out and you're going to burn at least 6 seconds off the clock right there. That's ball game right there. So you're down to what, 13, 12? You're down to what, 8 seconds or so? 9 seconds?
Yeah. 13, bro. How do you blow a game in 13 seconds? Like you said, do like when you punt the ball, put enough air under the ball, let it hang up a while so my guys can get downfield and make the tackle. It's like, how could you lose 13? I mean, go allow them to tie the game with 13 freaking seconds.
That was the number one defense in the goddamn NFL. Can you believe that? God,
I couldn't.
Remind me of the old Oilers and the Kansas City Chiefs back in the day.
Don't you mention that, man.
I'm just saying, it reminds me a lot of that stuff. I mean,
don't go there.
You know, but were you like me? Did you sit there and go 13 seconds? Can Mahomes actually pull this off? I thought that.
Man. Yeah, and you know he can do it because, like you said, you look at their team, the way that it is structured. I mean, perfect play that you run with like a tight end and a receiver, almost kind of like a pick, where they're able to block and make one catch, cross midfield. The next catch, all you got to do is get in the field goal range, and it's over with. It's time. We headed into overtime.
It was
just made no sense.
It was a great game. I do think that the overtime rules need to change. I think teams need to have the ball.
I can't agree with you on that. Now, when we grew up playing football, overtime rule is set. If a team kicks a field goal, the next team gets an opportunity to come down and kick a field goal as well. But if you score a touchdown, game is over. When we grew up playing football in overtime, if you march down the field, scored a touchdown, game is over. This is no participation. Participation trophy. We ain't awarding you for. Listen, if your defense can't stop them in overtime, you deserve to go home.
No,
period.
I think they got it close. I think they got the overtime rules close, but I think they got to tweak it, man. I think
no.
You mean to tell me that Josh Allen getting the ball back would not have marched down that field and at least got him in field goal range, or look what he did with a minute and a half in the game.
We won't know. G-Man, we won't know until 2023. We won't know until 2023. What I know right now is Mahomes took his team downfield, scored a touchdown. Your defense couldn't stop him.
And then I saw a meme saying, what else can Josh Allen could have done to win that game? Well, I'll tell you what he could have. He could have won the coin flip. Win the coin flip, he would have won the game. But
no, keep the rules. This is not participation trophy, ladies and gentlemen. This is not participation trophy. This is not. Thank you, TJ. This is not Madden. Tell your defense should have stopped him in the fourth quarter. Then we wouldn't have to be in overtime.
You know what?
Would have made it to overtime.
I'll be singing the same song if it was the other way around. If Buffalo got the ball, I would be saying, man, that's not cool. Kansas City should at least got a chance. I like the college overtime rules. I really like the college too. That, to me, college overtime rules, you both teams get a chance to ball. You score a touchdown, you got to match that. You score a field goal, you got to match that or touchdown. After that, it's 2 points conversion. That makes it exciting.
Gee, man, I'm not trying to go 3 overtimes watching football. That's too long, man.
You can't tell me that you didn't want that game to go longer watching that game.
No,
I did.
No, I didn't. I wanted it to be over in the fourth quarter when the Bills should have won like I predicted.
It was going back and forth. I thought, man, this is a slugfest. Let's see who's going to stand up at the 10 count. That's what I was thinking. But
yeah, I don't know what y'all think, man. Y'all chime in. Should the overtime rule be changed. I said, no, this is not participation trophy. I don't want to watch an NFL game go to 3 overtimes. I see that with college football, and I'll be like, golly, that's too much. Especially if it's playoff time, then it's bleeding over to the next game.
I just think that, okay, Kansas City scored a touchdown. Okay, you give Buffalo a chance. If they don't get a touchdown, a field goal ain't going to cut it. So you got to march down and score a touchdown. I mean, what's the chances of that? I mean, obviously, Josh Allen could have probably did it, but give the team a chance to go down and score a touchdown. I mean,
G-Man, you'll be the kind of father out there handing out those participation trophies. I can see right now.
I want a few of those in my lifetime.
Lord have mercy. You are like Antonio Brown. You need to be patted on the back. Did you see what Antonio tweeted? Bucks elimination on his Instagram.
And now he's filing a lawsuit against them.
Yeah, this man here. Go away, Antonio Brown. And I just knew when they lost that he was going to have the case. I can't help myself. I gotta say something.
You know, he's not 25. He's not 26. That man 30, 32 years old. His time in the NFL is, I don't think he's going to get another shot after this. I mean,
well, I don't think he said he got a lot of offers, G-Man. He said he got a lot of offers. He said he got after he ran off the field half naked. He said he got a lot of offers that week.
Man, that's like us in radio. That's like us in radio telling me, man, I got an offer to go to Miami. I got all these offers. Man, I may be lying just to kind of maybe see what you're gonna say. I don't think so, man. If anybody's gonna offer him something, I can't see. It's got to be somebody like Dallas who don't care about character. You know what I mean? It's got to be somebody. Yeah. It's got to be somebody like Dallas who don't care about where you come from. It don't matter what you did, you do drugs, whatever. They don't care as long as you perform on the field. Maybe the Cowboys, but that's about it.
You saying our Houston Texans wouldn't take it?
Nope. Oh, the McNairs, are you? They're the ones that wouldn't even let the cheerleaders wear skimpy outfits, much less act a damn fool. Much less play hip-hop music at the damn stadium. Remember that when we first started, they were like, no hip-hop music at the stadium. They were telling the cheerleaders hip-hop music for like 7 years. And they finally relaxed it with some Beyonce. I'm like, okay, well.
Yeah. You think that he won't get out of here? Man, listen, go away, Antonio Brown. Listen. I saw that he said he wanted to go back to Baltimore. He said Lamar Jackson wants him in Baltimore. Remember, he did the little picture, I think, on Instagram or Twitter, maybe Twitter, in the Baltimore jersey. And I'm like, nah, I don't think they want to touch you, man. I wouldn't want to touch you.
He still have a lot of ball left in him? I think so, but man, but would you want to put up with his antics week in and week out?
No, I wouldn't.
The NFL is not the NFL. What do they say? It's not one of them leagues where it's a
not
privilege to play in the NFL. It's a privilege to play in the NFL, man. It's I mean.
Well, you've been a diva all your life, and it's hard, when people don't want to put up with your antics and nobody's bowing down to you. It's hard for you to deal with rejection. It's hard for you to deal with people that's not just gonna let you have your way. And I know it's been tough for him, man. It's been tough. I know, Tommy. He ain't coming to H-Town. Listen, speaking of coming, we got a surprise. My New Orleans Saints fans, I need y'all to check in. Who that nation? Where y'all at? Y'all been quiet. Sean Payton.
That surprised the hell out of me. I ain't gonna lie.
Really? Did it? And here's why I say it didn't surprise me. Because they're in cap hell right now. They got a lot of issues. They need to clean the book out. Drew Brees been gone, a year now? You have your quarterback situation is horrible. There's no success in sight for the Saints. So the great thing would be, and like I know, G-Man, is set up for this. Let him go away for a year. We used I need to go spend time with my family excuse, but I'm going to be seen as an NFL analyst. I'll be on one of these shows talking football every Sunday. And then the next year, here comes Jerry Jones, signs him to a contract because he was part of the Cowboy family, signed him to a contract. Let Sean come back home and try to get him to the big game.
You think he would do like a Bruce Arians where he retired for like a year or two and then came up after he left?
That's what he's going to do. That's what he's going to do.
But, it's kind of like being like, okay, well, I ain't got all the pieces of the puzzle, so I want to quit. Like, like you can't, what are you teaching? When it gets tough, you quit.
Yeah, they don't care.
No, you stick it. But I know it's a business, but he's like quitting on his team. He's like, nah, we're not going to be good, so we ain't got a quarterback. I'm going to quit.
Yeah.
I don't.
All that. All that what you said. All of that. Yeah. This team's not gonna be good. I can be almost like the savior. Go back home, go back to Dallas, lead them hopefully to the big game. Would Dak benefit from him? Well, Dak, the regular season Dak would benefit from him. This playoff Dak, he disappears. So I think Sean will come in, probably see what he can do with it for a year. If it's not, hey, move on. Because the Dallas team is talented.
The Cowboys do have the weapons, man. I ain't gonna lie, they got weapons, man, but they shoot themselves in the foot. I mean,
every time.
Can Sean Payton be that coach that can set you straight when you mess up? You know, is he gonna be that Mike Tomlin type coach, that Bill Cowher type of coach?
And he can come in and get you. He can come in and get you one big game win. He can get you one. He can come in and take you to the championship. I believe it. He can come in and take it.
I say you want a Super Bowl in New Orleans. You were all, look what we did. And then when it going gets tough, you want to bounce out. I say stick around, see what happens. But he don't,
Nah. He said he'd been there long enough. He was there long enough.
I bet you he had Drew Brees and everybody else. There was a contender. He would not leave.
Wouldn't leave at all. Like you say, Tommy say 15 years. That's a long time. Say it was time to get out. Time to start over. Go to Dallas, and you can be seen as the hero.
You know, retire, spend time with your family, your kids, and be away. But don't just walk away because the team ain't good. You want to go somewhere where you can win a Super Bowl. I mean, players do it all the time. I just don't see how coaches do that.
Well, speaking of players, that's what Aaron Rodgers said. He doesn't want to be a part of a rebuild. But Green Bay, Coach Matt LaFleur and the entire Green Bay organization says they would like to have him back. He wants to come back home, but Rodgers said, listen, and then he's making the majority of the money on the team anyway, and they in cap hell too.
Yeah, well, he did. He had an interview on NFL Network on Sunday. He said, I love playing football. I still can play at a high level, and I'm enjoying it. So I don't see him retiring. I mean, he used it last year for whatever to skip out of training camp. He may, let him skip out of training camp again. It don't matter to me. I mean, the guy can play. He don't prove it. He's training camp to play.
You know what would be a good city, but I know they just kind of reaffirmed their quarterback. I thought about it. I said, if he could leave and go somewhere, where would I go if I was Aaron Rodgers? I thought about Cleveland. I thought about him going to Cleveland. Yeah, because they got weapons. I thought about him going to Cleveland, but they just kind of reaffirmed their situation with their QB. And I know, Tommy, you want Dallas, but you got Dak. You got $40 million Dak.
$40 million quarterback over there in Dak Prescott.
Yeah, and Dak ain't going nowhere right now.
And he's not going to go to New York Giants, because the Giants came out today and said they're not even thinking about trading for Deshaun Watson, much less giving up on Daniel Jacobs or Daniel Jones.
Man.
So
we need them picks, man.
If they wouldn't trade for a 26-year-old Deshaun Watson with the cases behind him, they definitely not going to trade for almost 38-year-old quarterback.
Yeah. We need those picks, man. The Giants got 2 picks in the top 10.
No.
We need those picks, man.
The Giants said we're not doing it, not because of what's going on with Deshaun Watson, but because we ain't got the money. He said, and then he said because the lawsuits that they're pending against.
Yeah, it's because of the lawsuits. They got nothing to do. He'll find the money. It's New York, New York City, baby. They got the money. Like, come on, man. Before we get out of here, I had to bring this story up today. My man H-Town's former superstar and hero, the great James Harden, had to address reports that he was unhappy in Brooklyn, not happy with Kyrie's situation, only playing road games. And there was even a report out said he didn't like the city and he was disappointed how things have turned out. Now, one, I don't feel bad for him because he cried his way out of Houston. But 2, he said, don't believe the reports. If you didn't hear it come from me, don't believe it. Where there's smoke, G-Man, there's fire.
There's fire. You know what?
James Harden.
Didn't they lose last night to the Lakers?
It's rough out there for James Harden. James.
On the TV right now, it says James Harden denies reports that he's frustrated with the net.
He denied it. He was frustrated with the reporter for asking him that. Like it was his fault. Hey, man, this is what's out. This is what you're putting out here. This is what somebody in your camp is putting this word out that you're unsatisfied. And we know because we dealt with James in Houston. Like I said, where there's smoke, there's some fire.
Yep, sure enough. But hey, you know what? That's for another day. I'm ready for this NFL weekend. I'm going to be on a lawn chair in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico watching these football games this weekend. So you can catch me in the Gulf of Mexico.
Let's get to it then, man, so we can get out of here for today. Let's get to our picks. Championship Sunday is coming up. Let's start in the NFC. I want to go to the bottom. San Francisco, who's on the road, traveling to LA, who's hosting the Super Bowl. G-Man, I'm going to let you go first. Who you got, San Francisco or LA?
You know, just like when they played in Dallas, you know, there was a lot of red in the stadiums. People in Dallas and radio reporters and everybody was saying, hey, man, don't sell y'all tickets, man. We need our fan love. They didn't get it. They lost. So then last week, obviously the Packers, but 49ers travel well. And this game being in California, in Inglewood, ain't that far from San Francisco. So there's going to be a lot of 49er fans there as well. They're already talking about on the radio in California, in LA about, hey, man, y'all need to show up with your tickets, man. We need to have all the royal blue in there. So tell you what, man, Rams are playing good. 49ers playing good right now, but I got to go with the home team. I got to go with the Rams on this one, man. I got to go Rams. I'm going to go Rams 34-27.
It won't take me that long. San Francisco is on the road. I think the game is going to be high scoring. I'm going 41-35. It's going to be high scoring. It'll probably be 20-17. Watch it. Let's go to the AFC. Kansas City Chiefs, Miracle Chiefs, the Miracle Chiefs, the hottest team, some would say, in the NFL, taking on Cincinnati. What they call themselves? What's their term?
Bungles.
Who they? Is it who they?
Yeah, used to be called a bungle.
Yeah, the who they crew.
Not the Bungles no more, man. I tell you what, Joe Burrow is turning out to be, you know, the truth. I mean, he's got weapons with Mixon. He's got Jamar Chase. I mean, he's got a good defense. But I still think Kansas City at home, they're gonna be rocking. And I think Kansas City wins this one easy.
I'm going with the road teams. Like you said, everybody you named, Chase, Mixon, our quarterback is hot. I'm going with the Bengals, man.
Against Mahomes, just put off
one of
the best performances in playoff history last Sunday.
Weary. He's tired now.
He's must be out your damn mind. I'm
He's
telling you
weary
right
now.
Kansas City,
with the who they?
They win at least by 10 points. I don't know what the final score, but they're gonna win at least by 10. Producer in the background, make sure I write that down next week when we talk about it.
10?
Kansas City wins at least by 10.
I predict the Bengals gonna win it on the last second 40-yard touchdown pass from Burrow to Chase. Y'all make sure y'all take out. Put our online poll up from last week. We got to see that online poll.
Wow,
we took last week.
49ers.
Yeah, wow. 49ers over the Rams. They thinking like AV.
I like their defense. I like Aaron Donald. I like Ramsey. I mean, Cam Akers on off. I mean, Matthew Stafford is playing out of his mind.
Woo!
And McVay, that man there comes up with a lot of different schemes. And
look at this. They picked the Chiefs 73% to 27. Oh, y'all a little fake, man. Y'all drinking the Kool-Aid. Something's bound to happen.
The Bengals are a great story, but it's going to end on Sunday at 2 p.m. in Houston. That's the time. It's Central Time, 2 p.m. It's not 3 o'clock. That's Eastern. But 2 o'clock Houston time, it's going down. And I'm telling you, I will be on that Carnival cruise ship watching this game. I'm going to be tweeting from the Carnival cruise ship.
I believe.
I told you.
Well, listen, I know the league wants the sexy pick. The sexy pick is, of course, KC and LA, because you're expecting a high-scoring game. And it'd be good for the city of LA to have the Rams playing at home for the Super Bowl. I get it, with Dr. Dre and everybody else performing. It's going to be nice. I know that's what they want. And I know my pick is probably out here, but I'm going with the underdog. It's time that we cheer for the underdogs, man.
And
cheer for the underdog.
And it's time for us to say, thank God for this halftime show. It's going to be one for the book. I think it's going to be one of the top
books.
Top 5 up there with Michael Jackson, Prince. This is going to be one of the top ones. Did you see the Pepsi commercial? It's like 3.5 minutes long. Oh my God, that thing is.
I love it though. That's one of Yeah, that's one of the best things about it, man, watching those commercials. Yeah, don't get COVID on the cruise. That's one of the best things about it is watching those commercials, man. I love it. I look forward to it.
You ain't gotta be around
it's
nobody.
Gonna be good.
I'm gonna be on that lawn chair watching that big screen TV outside in the Gulf of Mexico, drinking me a Bud Light or any Silver Eagle product they got, and I'm gonna be all good.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Yeah, gonna be a good halftime. So let's get out of here. Follow me, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Faith and Fame with AV. My man G Man, let them know how to keep up with you.
Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Twitter, G-Man979. And I got a brand new YouTube page, y'all. So make sure you go follow my YouTube page. It's called It's a G's World. It's
Who
a G's
World. Who that?
So make sure on there. I got a lot of shorts on there. I got a lot of videos I'm uploading, some interviews. So make sure you go check it out. Give me a follow, man. I think I'm like 20 subscribers away from being monetized, man. So come on, man.
Don't give him the money and follow your boy. Make sure you follow me as well. We believe in content since we live in this content age. Content. Hey, y'all guys have a great rest of the week. Looking forward to this weekend. A lot of great games. And be sure to share, be sure to like, and be sure to join us next Wednesday at 5 o'clock for the Overtime Sports Show. We got to get out.
There it is right there. Y'all be safe. Y'all peace.